the Keepers of the Flame. They called themselves the Naha, the Keepers of the Flame, for they had the power to summon and control the spirits of fire. They lived in the hidden caves of the northern mountains, away from the eyes of the modern world. They had been there for thousands of years, ever since their ancestors fled from the wrath of the Ice Age. They had a secret pact with the Fire Jinn, who granted them warmth, light, and protection in exchange for their loyalty, worship, and the sacrificial heads of their enemies and prey. The Naha had a simple and peaceful life, following the ancient traditions of law of their tribe. They did not interfere with the outside world, nor did they seek to expand their territory. They only used their magic when necessary, and always would respect it with caution. They knew that the fire was a powerful and dangerous force, and that it could easily turn against them if they abused it. But not all of them were content with this way of life. Some of them yearned for more power, more freedom, more adventure. They wanted to explore the world beyond their caves, to see the wonders and secrets it held. They wanted to use their magic for their own benefit, without the regard for the consequences. They wanted to challenge the authority of the elders, who they saw as weak and fearful. These rebels were led by a young and ambitious firekeeper named Yasna. She was the daughter of the chief, but she despised her father for his strict and conservative rule. She believed that he was holding back their tribe from reaching its full potential. She had a vision of a new world where the Naha would reign supreme over all beings, with the Fire Jinn as their allies and servants. Yasna had a plan to make her vision a reality. She had secretly gathered a group of loyal warriors who shared her dreams and ideals. She had also discovered a hidden chamber in one of the deepest caves, where she found an ancient tablet that contained a forbidden ritual. The ritual was called the Firestorm. It was said to be able to unleash a massive wave of fire that could destroy anything in its path. Yasna believed that this ritual was the key to her destiny, and that she could use it to overthrow her father and start a new era for her tribe. But she did not know that the firestorm was a cursed ritual. It had been sealed away by the elders long ago for good reason. She did not know that the Fire Jinn hated this spell, that it violated their pact and enraged them beyond measure. She did not know that by using the ritual, she would only endanger her tribe, but also the entire world. She was about to find out soon enough. Evan was a young and brave firefighter who had joined the Canadian Forest Service as a boy years ago. He loved his job. He was proud to serve his country and protect the natural resources. He had always been fascinated by fire, and he had a natural talent for fighting it. He was not afraid of the flames, but rather respected them and understood them. He was part of a team that was sent to deal with a series of wildfires that had been raging in the northern regions of Canada. The fires were unusually large and intense, and they seemed to have a mind of their own. They moved fast and unpredictably, and resisted all attempts to contain them. The firefighters were puzzled and alarmed by this phenomenon, and they suspected that there was something more than natural causes behind it. Evan was on a helicopter that was flying over the fire zones, dropping water and fire retardant on the blaze. He looked down at the inferno below him, and he felt a strange sensation in his chest. He felt a pull, a connection, a curiosity. He felt like there was something in the fire that was calling to him, something that he needed to see. He asked the pilot to fly closer to the fire to get a better look. The pilot hesitated, but Evan insisted. He said that he had a hunch that he might have spotted something important. The pilot reluctantly agreed and lowered the helicopter to a safe distance from the flames. Evan scanned the fire with his eyes, looking for any signs of life or activity. He saw nothing but destruction and chaos, but then he saw something that made his heart skip a beat. He saw a figure, a humanoid figure, standing in the middle of the fire. The figure was not burning or screaming, but rather seemed to be in control of the fire. The figure was waving its arms and chanting something, and the fire seemed to respond to its commands. Evan could not believe what he was seeing. He grabbed his binoculars and zoomed in on the figure. He saw that it was a woman, young and beautiful woman with long black hair and dark eyes. She was wearing a dark ochre red cloak and a bone necklace with a strange symbol on it. It looked like she belonged to another time, another world. Evan felt a surge of emotion as he looked at her. He felt awe, admiration, attraction, and fear. He felt like he knew her somehow, like he had met her before in another life. He felt like he wanted to talk to her, to understand her, to be with her. He did not know who she was or what she was doing. He did not know that it was Yasna, the leader of the Naha.